I knew something was wrong the moment I heard my daughter's footsteps racing toward the door, faster than she ever moved unless she was scared. Before I could set down my keys, she grabbed my wrist with both hands, her breath shaky, her eyes wide and shining with fear. "Dad, hide," she whispered. "It's a trap." Those words, they didn't make sense. Not at first. Not until I followed the direction of her trembling finger toward the living room and saw my wife standing there. She wasn't furious. She wasn't crying. She wasn't even pretending to be calm. Her expression was something else entirely, something calculated, cold, waiting. And that was the moment everything inside me stopped. My home, the place where I laughed and cooked and slept and trusted, suddenly felt hostile, like I had stepped into someone else's territory. Like the rules had changed, and I was the last to know. "Lily," I whispered to my daughter, "what's going on?" She shook her head, her jaw tight, as if she couldn't bring herself to say the words. From the living room, my wife finally spoke. "Daniel," she said softly, "we need to talk." It was the softness that frightened me the most. I stepped toward her, heart pounding. "Why is our daughter scared?" Her lips twitched into something like a smile. "Because she overheard something she wasn't supposed to." I didn't look away from her, but I squeezed Lily's hand once before letting go. "Go upstairs," I murmured. "I'll be fine." She hesitated, then bolted up the steps, each footfall sharp, urgent. The moment she was gone, the silence thickened. My wife, Emily, walked toward me with slow, deliberate steps. The room felt colder with every inch she crossed. "You left work early today," she said. "Why?" "I wasn't feeling well." "That's not the truth." I swallowed. I didn't realize lying was suddenly your specialty. Her eyes narrowed. "We're not doing this right now." "No," I said, my voice cracking with the weight of weeks, months of doubt. "We are doing this right now." She folded her arms. "If you want this conversation, then answer my question." I hesitated. She was right. I hadn't left early because I was sick. I left early because of a message I found on her tablet that morning. One she must have thought she had deleted. A message from a number I didn't recognize. A message that read, "Same place tonight? He won't suspect a thing." But what struck me hardest wasn't the words. It was the picture attached. Her hand, intertwined with someone else's. A hand I didn't recognize. A hand holding hers the way I used to. When I didn't answer, she tilted her head. "You read something you weren't supposed to, didn't you?" "You tell me," I whispered. "Fine," she said. "Sit down." "No. Daniel." "I'm not sitting," I snapped. "Just tell me the truth." She let out a breath that sounded more like irritation than guilt. "You should have stayed at work," she said quietly. "I wasn't ready to talk to you yet." I blinked. "Ready to talk about what?" She opened her mouth, then closed it. Her eyes flickered, regret, anger, calculation, something else. Something darker. Then she said the words with unsettling calm. "I wanted to leave you tonight." It felt like a blade slid between my ribs. I stared at her, unable to speak. "You and I haven't been working for a long time," she continued. "You know that. We fight. We avoid each other. We pretend things are fine because of Lily." "That's not pretending," I whispered. "That's trying." She nodded once. "Maybe for you." A tremor ran through my hands. "And the man? The one you've been meeting?" "There." The faintest flicker of surprise. She hadn't expected me to know. Her voice dropped. "Daniel, don't." "No," I said. "You don't get to decide the parts of your betrayal we talk about." She stiffened. "He makes me feel seen. Something you stopped doing a long time ago." I stepped back like her words were physical blows. "So instead of telling me, you found someone else? You wouldn't have listened. Did you try?" I demanded. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. Silence spoke for her. Behind us, the house creaked. Just a sound, but it made everything feel more fragile. Does Lily know? I asked. Her face hardened. She heard me on the phone. And you weren't careful? She laughed bitterly. I didn't think I needed to hide it. We've both been checked out. I shook my head. My chest ached. You don't get to rewrite this. I haven't been perfect, but I was here. I was trying. I was building a life with you. You're the one who stepped out. Her eyes flashed. I stepped out because you pulled away years ago. Say his name, I cut in. Say it once. No. Then why was Lily terrified? I asked, my voice trembling. Why did she tell me to hide? She looked away. And that scared me more than anything. Emily, I whispered. What did you say to her? Nothing. What did you tell our daughter? Her jaw clenched. I told her that tonight was going to be hard. That you wouldn't react well. My blood ran cold. You made her think I was the dangerous one? No, she snapped. I didn't want her hearing us fight. I told her to stay upstairs. I told her you might raise your voice. I've never raised my voice at her, I said. Not once. I know, she whispered. Then why would you? Because she heard me arguing with him on the phone earlier, okay? She burst out. She asked questions I couldn't answer. She kept saying she wanted to tell you. I panicked. I told her not to. I told her you'd be angry. Angry at her, I said hoarsely. Or angry at you. She flinched. And finally, the cracks showed. She sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. I messed up. Something inside me broke at the sound of her voice, because for a moment, she didn't sound cruel or calculated. She sounded human. Cowardly, confused, guilty. But human. Emily, I whispered. How long? She hesitated. 7 months. The breath left my lungs. 7 months of secrecy. 7 months of lies whispered in the dark. 7 months of her pretending to kiss me goodnight, pretending to love me, pretending we were fine. My hands shook as I leaned against the wall. Were you planning to tell me tonight? She nodded weakly. He told me to. He said I needed to end things clean. And Lily. I wasn't going to tell her anything yet.